Hello everyone, this is Diane. I am working on 2 horse journals today. This one is for an order for my friend wanted to purchase it for a Christmas gift for someone. So I wasn't planning on making a horse journal, but I found a beautiful, very large digital kit because I didn't have horse supplies. And I purchased that digital kit and I'm making 2 journals. And then I did find this after I agreed to make the horse journal. This is an antique piece right here. And then Susan sent me a bunch of stuff for horse journals, so I'm using a lot of the things that Susan sent me in these journals. Thank you so much, Susan. I do like to incorporate things besides a digital kit. If I'm using a digital kit, I want to use other things too, especially vintage. So just let me show you the covers. This is the digital kit. This is one of the pages, and I just cut it in half and Mod Podged it. It's just a plain tan colored book. And I used this fabric that I just got in the remnant bin. Was it the remnant bin at Walmart? I don't know. I remember showing it to you in a video. I think that's where I got it. So I thought it made a really nice spine for these horse journals because it looks like leather. And then just some scrapbook paper on the inside. So these, this book, the signatures in this journal are, I think, pretty much where I want them. So now I'm going to work on this one, and I've done some prep work. I did not put anything on the back. Oh dear, got something on the back. I might have to decorate that. That wasn't there this morning, I don't think, or it wasn't there last night for sure. I did put Mod Podge on the back cover just so it would have the same finish as the front. Yeah, whatever that is isn't going to come off. So I will have to put something on the back. Alright, now I prepped things for the first signature, which is this one. I did do the sewing of fabric and lace, and I did some stenciling. I only needed to do a little bit of stenciling in these. So there's a fabric flip. If you saw my video, my last haul video, where I went with my friend, I purchased those layer cakes of Moda fabrics, and this is from one of the layer cakes. It was that blue one. All blue fabrics, but at the bottom of the stack there was some blue and tan, and then some tan to coordinate. So those blue and tan fabrics were perfect for these horse journals. And then I also got this blue eyelet from the same store, and I just added a little blue ribbon up there. On this page I am going to use this horse stamp, but I want to stamp something underneath it. And I've got some stamps out here. I'm just going to use this one that looks like part of a ledger book. And this is archival, Distress Archival Vintage Photo. I don't want it to be too awfully dark. Actually, sorry, I have my window open because it's a nice cool day and some kids walking by out there. Looking to see if I have a stamp that is more, well, I just didn't want, I guess that's okay. I was thinking this was more horizontal, and this is horizontal, but this is vertical. It's fine. maybe this one because it's not as wide. Yeah, I like that one better. Okay, where's my glue? So I spent what time I had yesterday. I had most of the early part of the day to work in here yesterday. And I worked really hard on getting those signatures done in the first journal. And then I had some things I had to do, and then in the evening I made the covers. Or the cover. I didn't make the second one yet. There. And on this side I stitched this old photograph that Susan sent me. Here I took a strip of the starched fabric ribbon that I got in a Happy Mail recently. I got 2 different designs and widths of that. So I put that on the flap. This is one of those horse posters that Susan sent me. It was in this book, Dream Horses, a poster book. So I took the ones that had a landscape orientation and made some pages. And had to cut them down, and then I just made a flap. Some of them the flap is on the front, and some of them the flap is on the back page. Just depends on how the picture was laid out. Most of them are on the front because the horses' heads are usually on this side. Didn't want to cut them off. So I inked the inside of it. It was very white, but I'm leaving this so you can write on it or put pictures on it or scrap, whatever you want to. And then on this side I'm taking some sheets of digital papers that I have printed, and they're ledger or line paper. So if they go with the look of the journals that I'm working on, I'm using them to cover that back. I have a folder. I do have some digital kits printed, and some of them have been printed a long time. But I have a folder with those digital kits that is just digital ledgers and, you know, pages that you would write on that didn't really belong to the other kits that I had printed. So I just have a folder of these kind of things. So when I need them, I can go in there and grab them. So probably when I'm running low on those, I'll print some more because it's really nice, really handy to have them all ready for me. I believe this is from an Ephemera's Vintage Garden kit. This was on the other side of the page. And I had it printed on parchment paper, the same page, and this is just on white, so I went ahead and used that. And that's all I'm going to do for that page. This one, I already sewed the pocket on, and oh, I didn't tell you, this is a journal kit called Horse Lovers Journal, and the shop is no, not the shop. The shop is Junk Journal Shop, something like that. I will link it. I'll link the kit below. It's a very large kit. I printed the pages twice, and there are 9 pages in each journal, plus the extra one that I cut to make the cover for the other journal. And I printed the ephemera just once because there was so much ephemera, and I split it all up. What was this here for? I don't remember. Let me look. Maybe it goes on the back side. I will look at my first one and see what I did. Oh, no. I don't know why that's there, really. I'll figure it out maybe eventually. Or I'll use it somewhere else. So this I'm just going to tuck in. This is one of the ephemera pieces, and I will ink it, but I don't need to do that on video. And this is a playing card that Susan sent me, which is just really, really fun. And over here, I cut this to make a pocket. And I'm not going to do any inking on them. I'm just going to glue them down. I have some pages from a vintage children's book called Farm Animals, I think it was. It was very old. And I had taken the pages that were about horses and put them in my horse bundle. So I did have those. So I'm using them. And then again, I will just ink that journal card. And I believe this is just going to be glued on that. I'm just going to ink the white areas. Today, the day I'm making this video, is Friday, or September 3rd, and it feels kind of like a fall day here. It's breezy and cooler, much cooler, and it's probably because of the tropical storm that hit the Northeast. We're just getting some of the weather left over from that. That looks it kind of blends in too much, so I can put this on there. It's just a little die cut. I gotta look at something. I feel like I'm missing a page. I had a page, maybe it's in this book, in this signature. Yeah, I had a page where I was making a top tuck. I'll figure it out later. I had all the pieces here for the top tuck, but I don't know what page it goes on. Okay, just got a message from AT&T. I don't need that. All right, let's just keep going on what I have here. So this page, I wonder if this is where that top tuck is supposed to be. It might be. Nope. Okay. This one is printed with this leather patch on it. That's just printed on there. So I was going to glue this printable because this is kind of dark. So if I glue this on top, then you could write or stamp something on there. I don't remember what digital shop I got these labels from. Some of the labels say journal, some say memories, and some are blank. Kind of smeared the glue out on that. And I just glued a little fabric cluster there. Have another label for the back. And that's done. So there's lots of room for journaling on this particular page. I have a guest check page that I didn't do anything to. And then this page is just, again, a piece of scrapbook paper. Now, I didn't have leftover scrapbook paper, like cutoffs, for this journal. The only scrapbook paper I used was from a color box set that had these kind of pictures. And it's thin paper. So I went through my scrap box and found some papers that, some scraps that look like they would go well with the book, and that's what I'm using to make pockets and things like that. And this is from a children's book. And in this pocket will go this envelope that's part of the kit. I will ink it, and I will ink the card that goes with it. But for now, I'm just going to glue the envelope closed. I usually print the envelopes on paper, not cardstock. So I'm not sure why this one is printed on cardstock. I guess it depends on what else was on the page. Oh, I usually ink before I glue closed, but okay. I will do the gluing or the inking while it's glued closed. And then this is also from the kit. I already punched the hole in it. I inked some vintage reinforcements that are very, very sticky. Like gummy sticky. But they stick well, so that's a good thing. And I have this fiber here. Gonna double it. And on this side, I won't be able to finish this pocket because I think I'm gonna sew it. Maybe not. No, I don't need to sew it. So these are just some scraps that I cut to make a little put together pocket, because I think that's fun to do. And this is pretty bright, so I'm going to tone it down. Okay. I knew I was supposed to have something to put on that. It's a definition. There it is. And I will have to ink these. So when you see this video, it might be, I think this will be on Monday, so that will be, I'll be on vacation then. Not going anywhere, just staying home. But you will probably see some videos during the week. This one, and I might make another one tomorrow or something, I don't know. And I don't know if I will make any videos while I'm on vacation, but they won't be of projects for my shop. They will be, I don't know, whatever I'm going to be doing during the week, because I'm just going to play and have fun during the week. I could be art journaling or collaging, or I could just be making some ephemera, which will eventually be for my shop, but not for any specific project in mind. Just whatever I feel like doing. And if I feel like turning on the camera, then I will. And I just have this card and a playing card to tuck in there. The inking will be done later. Oh yeah, that's a tuck spot, so I didn't glue that side down. And on this, I just wanted to put this label on. And just for fun, this little horse. Like a circus horse. Which was a Fussy cut from the kit. This label is from the kit. There's a lot of stuff in that kit. Envelopes and pockets and cards and ephemera to cut out, Fussy cut. Lots of stuff. Oh, here's what I was looking for. The top tuck. Okay. But first, this side has a belly band. There are 3 belly bands in the kit. I used 2 in the other journal, but one of them I used as a side pocket. This is the 3rd belly band. And I'm not doing much to it, just gluing some things down on it and then tucking something in it. Even these kind of things are from the kit. They have the numbers. Now this is a label that I made with stamps. I get so many spam calls every day. There's that page. That side of the page, anyway. This one has some pieces to assemble. I made this die-cut doily thingy. This banner came with the kit. There are 4 banners in the kit, and I put 2 in each journal. So I'm going to make a banner to go with this, make a bigger banner, and I'll use the other banner in a different signature. So I'm going to cut this a little narrower. Got to cap off my glues. I've got both glues sitting here with no caps. Oh, that pin doesn't fit in this one. There we go. Sorry about that. I want it to be wider than this one. Wider and longer. Alright, now I have to glue all the pieces together and then glue it on as a tuck spot. I could have just cut that part off, couldn't I? Then I would have had another piece that I could use. But oh well. Make sure there's not wet glue there that will stick to the page. I don't know why I was thinking this was coming at the beginning of the book, the beginning of the signature, and I was looking for it because I thought I was missing it. Okay, so that is the tuck spot, and then when it's dry, this will be tucked up in there, and I will ink around that too. This goes here. Doesn't it? No. It goes here. Okay. Nope. 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 Okay, now we're on the last page. So I already made a pocket with a scrap of scrapbook paper, and I edge punched it, and I added this little bit of a embroidered trim that somebody sent me in a Happy Mail, and I put it on as a pocket so I can tuck this cute little tag in there. I don't think I'm going to put any fiber in there. I don't want to detract from that point. I like that. And I'm going to make a journaling card out of one of these vintage book pages that I was mentioning. This is that book called Farm Animals. And I'm just going to carefully trim it because it's a very vintage page. It works pretty good. And I want to cover up the back. And I have, where did it go? Well, I had something in mind to put on the back, but it vanished. Last I knew, it was in my little holder over here, and I didn't think I moved it. Oh, here it is. I did move it. I have a piece of this that's already cut too, but I'll just work on this. So this is the back of the pages. It's part of the kit, and I printed it to be on the back of the pages, but my printer was messing up and pulling out more than one page, or I don't know. I was having trouble with it that day. And it might have been because I printed the front side and then immediately put them back in to print the back sides, and so they might not have been dry. I think there's a lot of color on these on the fronts of the pages too, so I think that they were still too damp, and as the printer pulled them through, they were sticking together. So anyway, I ended up with this on a piece of cardstock instead of on the back of one of my pages. So I am using these pieces. I had two of them that ended up like this, so I'm using them to back things. I'm not gonna waste them, that's for sure. And I didn't want to sew through it, I don't think, because it's so old. The paper's so old. There were quite a few pages that had horses and ponies. There might even be a mule. So I have at least 3 or 4 pages for each journal. Maybe I did sew through it because I sewed a piece of trim to the top. I'll show you. And if I want to sew through it, I can do that when the glue is dry. Let me show you what this one looks like. Nope, I didn't sew through it. I just sewed the trim at the top. I did ink around it though. So I will sew trim to the top of that. And that, other than the inking and doing that trim part, I think that's this journal, this signature done. And there may be more added to it, I'm not sure. When I did the first journal, I went through and added pockets and elements that I knew I wanted to do. And then when that was all done, I went back with all of my leftover pieces that I had set aside. You know, I had divided them up for each journal. And I had leftover pieces, so I went back through and just added. But I'm following that plan, so things like this got added in already. So I don't know. I might have more stuff to do, I'm not sure. I did prep a couple of things for this journal, or this signature. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. One of them is going to be decorating a library pocket, which I didn't do in the first signature. And this one, I'm going to do a stamp again, but it'll be a different stamp, if that helps any. Helps create some interest. One of the Tim Holtz fragments. Oops. Not that ink. And a stamp. So this one is open on the back, has a flap on the back. So I will add a journaling page there. It's already cut in half. Some of them are left over from other journals. I think this set I printed and just didn't use. But I want to, isn't it pretty? I think that's Ephemera's Vintage Garden too. Yeah, I need to use that one. Alright, I think I will use this. So I'm just gonna like tear around the edges and then ink, because it turns white where you tear it, and glue that down. You don't need to watch all that. So I'm going to decorate this pocket here. I already glued the pocket down. I have these elements to put inside the pocket, but I just have this little ephemera piece, and this is going to get glued up there. And that's all. Maybe I'll add one of those die-cut doily thingies. Gotta get all the little bits out of the holes. With this die, they usually just fall out if I just wiggle it. Just go like that, and the pieces fall out. But not this time, because I'm on camera. Okay, they're all out. Don't like that one, it's too big. Okay. I had my young friend that likes to hang out with me come over yesterday, and she helped me get my tote of fall decorations out of my shed and helped me put them up. I don't do a ton, but I have a little place, so it looks very pretty and fall-like. And she just hung out and talked with me for a while. And I'll probably back that too. If a Horse Had Words is the name of that book. And I think that's all I prepped. Oh, I am going to, not in this video, but I have this page that I folded up instead of cutting off. And I'm going to sew this on both of those pieces. And I edge punched it, but this got messed up over here, so I just glued this little printable number label on there. So I will sew them on, and then I have this envelope to tuck in, and this to tuck in, and then I'm going to make a tag with this. I had a kind of a big piece, like a 6 by 12 piece of this left over from, I don't know, maybe a cowboy journal. So I am making tags out of it. So I'm going to make that into a tag shape and add this, probably with something else. So that's the next step for this signature, but it involves sewing, so that will be when I turn the camera off. So I'm going to keep working on this, and I don't know what you'll see in the next video, whether it will be more work on these journals or if it will be the final flip through. But I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you will come back to see at least the finished journals, and I will see you soon. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.